Good morning, Shalina Harris, wife and mom of the Harris Family Tribe. And this morning I'm in my little laundry cubby. I want to, would you like some tips on how to keep going? Y'all are never going to guess what happened to Charlie Daniels. Like, I was so blown away, so surprised. But, Shalina Harris, wife and mom of this awesome family, you all. You know what? I love being a mom. Had a call with Nikisha Ware yesterday. If you love Nikisha, put Nikisha in the comments. And she said, what 5 things do you love to do? What are you good at? And I was thinking, I was all bummed. I'm going to be honest. I was bummed. I was like, 5 things. 5 things that I'm good at. I said, it was on the phone call, and I said, can I hit that button that goes on to the next question? Because I was like, gosh, what am I good at? And so, you know, I made myself decide and think of 5 things that I am good at. I love being a mom. And for the most part, I'm a pretty good mom. You know, I try to teach my kids to be adults. Like, I want them to be a good piece of society. I don't want them to fail. But you know what? Sometimes you do fail. Sometimes you're in the spot and you're like, okay, how do I keep going? How can I go from here? Yesterday, like 2 days this week, we've had to be out of the house. And when I'm out of the house, I can't get everything done. And that starts to make me feel like, thank you, Danielle. I love you. I think you're an awesome mom. You know, you're young. You're balancing 2 kids. I think you're doing great. But when I'm out of the house, I kind of get pressured because I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so much that I'm not getting done. There's so much that needs to be done, and I'm behind. And that starts to make me feel pressured because, like, you have to keep up. You know, in a house with 8 people, I just can't stop. And that's okay because I have energy like that. But you are not going to believe this. So, Charlie Daniels, it was in the 1980s. And he already had, like, The Devil Was Going Down to Georgia. He had a lot of top hit songs. My towels go right there. But he had a lot of top hit songs. And he, some shady people come into the record company. If y'all love Charlie Daniels, put Charlie Daniels in the comments. Good morning, Kelia. But, so shady people came in to the record company he was with. And, you know, you had to start buying to get your songs played and all this stuff. That's just how things go. Do not want to start that washer yet. But that's how things go. You know, people do shady things. And you know what he done? Like, he was $2 million. $2 million, y'all. Like, I can't even... $2 million is crazy. Crazy. They lost their main source of airplay time because he wasn't going to pay $30,000 to have his song played. Good morning, Janice. How are you? But, so, yeah, Charlie Daniels, they was going through all these changes. His debts were tallied up. So let me tell you what this business done. They took and just started making it bigger and putting people in positions that, you know, there was no call for. Like, they expanded, went further and further in debt. Put debt in the comments if you've ever been in debt and you feel like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't want to be in debt. So, you know, he's $2 million in debt. He'd went into this business with somebody, like 50-50, and he told them, he said, I just want out. I'm $2 million in debt. We're done. I got to move on. We got to do better. So he signed, like, it was awful. He had to hire accounting people to come in and straighten everything up. He had to, he had to, you know, start working at it. So here's Charlie Daniels, this awesome guy, you know, doing good. He's struggled, and he's up here, and then all of a sudden, $2 million in debt. And you know what he was doing? He started out in his pool house. He said, it stops here. I'm done. We got to make some changes. What's going to happen? How can we move forward? So he took 3 people. And I tagged BB in this because it's talking about this woman, and her name is BB, and she's been so awesome, like, all through everything. And It says, he set up a meeting with BB at the Opryland Hotel. If y'all know BB, put BB in the comments. She is so awesome. So reading this book and learning about how anxious BB was to get in and help. And if you all know BB, she wants to help everybody. But so she brought so much energy to that project, and things started happening. So they went from like this mega million down to 3 people, 3 hard workers. That's all it took, was 3 hard workers, 3 people determined to make a difference. 3 people to say, we're going to make this work. So he, he got these 3 good people who went through every single detail. They were accountants. They knew what they needed to do. And soon, after working like everybody in that little pool house, they ended up going and working in the double wide that was like at the end of his property. So, Charlie Daniels up here, he had struggles. He had failures. And you know what he done? He kept going. Just keep going. One more day, one more step, one more time. I was trying to give tips this morning on cleaning the bathroom. Just take you a few minutes every day and get it done. What's on your goal list? What is your list? What does it look like? If you have goals, put goals in the comments. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from, because I love to go back and see where everybody lives, And if you're catching this on a replay, thank you. Thank you for coming back and taking the time to listen to what we're talking about. But, so Charlie Daniels, he stayed determined. He stayed focused. Even when he was down and in debt, $2 million, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Like, I'd panic. I'd be like, trying to do everything. And Kelia is great to show you some goals. Like, she is helping me, like, focus on my goals, my dream board, my vision, and actually, like, one reason that I'm working so hard to get everything done today is because my husband's schedule. So today is like our Friday. Yay! If you love Friday, put Friday in the comments. But I have my roast in the pressure cooker. Yeah, pressure cooker. I have my roast in there cooking, and I want the house clean, because when he comes in, here's a tip for being a good wife. And this is my opinion. I have to state that. When my husband comes home, I want his castle clean. I want his castle taken care of. I want food that he likes. Because the kids and I will eat bologna sandwich and cereal. If you're that mom that if daddy's home or not home, bologna sandwich and cereal, put sandwich in the comments. Or 2 or whatever. Put a heart in the comment to show me, yeah, I'm that mom with you. But I want his shop clean. I want everything taken care of. When he pulls in after working his 68-hour week, after he pulls in from working his 68-hour week, I want his yard clean. I don't want him seeing stuff scattered, trash, buckets, anything. I want his yard clean. When he comes into the home, I want his home clean. I want his kids looking presentable, because they are a gift. That's my gift to him. Scott, you've worked 68 hours this week. I love you. I miss you. And when he comes home, that's what I want him to see. So, stay determined. Stay focused. Keep at it. What are your goals? And we're all going to get discouraged. But could you imagine being $2 million in debt? You say, okay, I'm focusing from where I am right now. But I wanted to share this with you too, because this just touched my heart. How many of y'all are like read the Jesus Calling? Like, I see things and I'm like, oh, I have that book. Which one is it? Super awesome book. Says it's April 5th. Is today April 5th? If today's April 5th, will you put a 5 in the comments? I'm not a good one to keep track of dates, but I'm going to make it a goal to do better. It says, let me fill you with my love, joy, and peace. These are glory gifts. You can't buy love. You can't buy joy. You can't buy peace. I should have put my glasses on, y'all. Though you are an earthen vessel, I designed you to be filled with heavenly contents. Your weakness is not a deterrent to being filled with my Spirit. How many of you have ever felt weak? Thank you, Nicole. If you've ever felt weak, put the strong arm emoji in the comments, or the word weak. I think we've all felt weak and like, God, just what am I going to do? I really need to wear my glasses. Says your weakness is not a deterrent to be filled with my Spirit. On the contrary, it provides an opportunity for my power to shine forth more brightly. So when I'm weak and something great happens, like I get the house all cleaned up, laundry done, kids look good, meals fresh, on the table, hot and ready to go. There you go, Keela. There you go, Nicole. Put your strong arm comments in there. But when all this happens, it is God's way of saying, I did a good job in you today, Shalina. You got those chores done. Because I'm telling you, Shalina really just wanted to snuggle up in the bed this morning. It says, as you go through this day, trust me to provide you with strength and Trust me to provide you the strength you need moment by moment. How many times have I said, live 15 minutes at a time? 15 minutes at a time. Don't waste energy wondering whether you are adequate for today's journey. My Spirit within you is more than sufficient to handle whatever this day may bring. That is the basis for your confidence. I lack confidence, so I needed this. And this morning I was praying, Lord, give me confidence. Give me eyes and ears for what you need me to hear and see. And I said, give me confidence. In quietness, spending time alone with me, and confident trust, relying on my sufficient is your strength. And how many times has God ever went to your neighbor? Well, you know what? I think sometimes God, I was going to say how many times has God ever went and said something to somebody about you? But then I got to thinking, I think God does put people on your heart. I think God puts our neighbors puts our hearts on our neighbors' hearts. It seems like those moments that I'll get so homesick and I think, gosh, we're so far from family. Our neighbor Gary will bring the kids pop. Like he knows that I'm like, no pop, no candy. But he brings it to them, and I don't say a word because I love it. I love that he is doing that for our kids. He'll bring them a little bag of licorice. So I do think that God does talk. I was going to say he don't talk about us, but I do think he does. If you agree, put agree in the comments. I think he does talk about us. One thing that I just watched Michelle Renee. Put Michelle in the comments. Gosh, she is so on fire. She was talking about darts. Like you get up in the morning and you think, my laundry is this tall because I haven't been home for 2 days, or this needs done, or I want to get everything done before hubby gets home. And what if I don't get it done? That's a dart. That is the devil's dart. He's shooting at you. And you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm just going to hold up a little blocker. Like the kids have those Nerf gun fights. Put Nerf gun in the comments. I'm going to put a blocker up. I'm going to say, that's negative. That's not of the Lord. And thank you, Michelle, for your message this morning. So awesome. But, yeah, he really does. How many times, God does. He talks to other people about us. Thank goodness. But I want to encourage you. Just keep going. Keep trying. Yes. You know what? I woke up this morning and I check my messages, text messages or phone, just to make sure nobody's called, that needs something immediate. And then I just felt a need to pray, and I didn't even really know. It wasn't for myself, but I just felt the need to pray. And I was like, God, whoever this prayer is for, whatever their need is, I'm in agreement with that. And, I do believe in stuff like that. But also, as a mom, it's okay to pray for yourself. I remember, like this morning, I was wiping the handles for the kids' bathroom, and I was like, God, when they touch this, let them feel your love. Let them feel your presence. Let them, let them be forgiving. Let them be forgiving that Mama fussed at them all day, or Mama, whatever, all the things a mom can do. but also let them see that they are loved. That's the big thing. So, discouragement. Keep going. Just stop the discouragement. Stop the darts. Know that it's not of God and that's not where He wants us to be. And on your goals, just keep working towards them. Purpose your day. In the Mama Tribe that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you how you can format your day to your schedule. And I'm thinking it's on my heart to give like some complimentary calls. I'm just like, oh, and you know what? Like every time I say something and the devil is like fighting me, like, you're crazy, you can't do this. I'm thinking, I probably can't. But now I'm like, yeah, there's a purpose for this. I think when the devil fights you so hard on something and makes it seem so negative, honestly think that God needs that job done. But be you, be kind, inspire somebody. Thanks for folding laundry with me. Y'all have an awesome day.